All right, good morning, ladies and gents. As you can see, it's kind of foggy out. I think we got rain coming in there, whatever. Storms or whatever coming down south. But, the Summer Wells case, just like the Delphi and other, we're actually watching what the government believes to be the suspects. It was like Doug Carter in the Delphi case telling us, we're watching these people. It's a big ring. So I think they're onto the right trail. What happened? I think one got busted, or they found out something, added on all each other or whatever. I don't know. Now, folks, be safe, because these people are into the dark arts. Very demonic people. This is stuff we've been taking to Congress and Senate and the government, and we got to handle this. No way around it. In America. I don't care what other people do in America, but in America, we can't have this stuff. Trafficking kids and drugs and everything. So once again, the government was right. The government was right. They were right a year before the Summer Wells or the Delphi case. A year or two before the Delphi case, the police and the government came out and said, we got a problem in America. So, yeah, we called it on that one. I think we got it pretty much right on a couple of these cases. Now we're seeing it in the Jack and Lily case. Same thing, it's just a repeat of other cases, which is a pattern, which that pattern shows that we're dealing with evil. And that's another thing. Keep an eye in America. Keep an eye open in America for Jack and Lily. Why? Well, because they have family for her. It's possible they sent the kids off somewhere. There's another case where we're finding out that they were already looking at Jack and Lily's parents and stuff before they came up missing. I don't know what it's called in Canada, but out here it's called like CPS, which they were already looking at. And they were even looking at, I do believe, the Delphi case and the girl's family because of the situation that was going on before they came up missing in one of the girls' families connected with meth and stuff. So it's all come first circle. What do? You got it. Congress, Senate, Trump, you got to hit these people. I know we don't want to on American soil, but they're going to continue to use magic on you, sir, and try and destroy America. These are very evil people. Nothing made sense. Everything keeps going round and round and round in them cases, which we were led to believe it is demonic. If you get too close to that case, these people go crazy. So we figured out pretty much what was going on. Well, you got your hands full, Trump, but I tell you this much. If I was in the White House, I probably would have been hitting these. We even have that trouble up here in Indiana. Some kind of a cult thing or something, church cult thing or something. I don't know. But I think we got that case right. Does anyone really care anymore? About them cases, not really. No one cares. We figured out it was a bunch of shamming, anyways. Um, you know, pretty crazy if you ask me. But a lot of these people did it to themselves, right? The whole Andrew thing, the whole Haley and John, uh, Benny Key, all these people, Ernie Shell, and so many more, really did it to themselves. They all admitted they were friends before they came up missing. Before Summer came up missing, most of these people were friends in the Delphi case before they came up missing or dead in the Delphi case. Uh, and what else? The Michael Vaughn case, where they actually knew the killers. It's just before they came up missing. It's just crazy. So, what can you do? Nothing. Sit back and watch them. That's about it. They are suspects. The things. Here's the funny thing in the Summer Wells case. No matter what these people do or say, they will always be connected to that missing girl. Their names, their channels will always be connected to that. Just like some of these Delphi people. I really wish it didn't have to be this way, but it does. This is the way it's going to be in America, conquering countries and invading our own country to do away with the devil, this trafficking ring, and the madness. Now let's listen to the blues, because this country is going to have the blues for a while. I got some stuff to do today, so I figure I'd get a video in real quick on the Summer Wells case, which we already done. I don't know how many videos on the Summer Wells. Lord, I told you once, I don't know this magic that these people do. I only know how to destroy. And the USA is on the list now, only because of the evil within it. I think Haley's boyfriend John, or whatever his name is, down there in the dirty South. I think Ernie was talking about him last night. What did he do to you, Mr. Shell? What did these people do to you? Is my question. We're working on a storm for the dirty South of Louisiana. Let people know that storm is going to wipe out their state because of what these people have done. You've been watching the Johnny Kramer Music Movie Channel, one of the greatest movies ever made, where nothing is real, but what these people do to us is real. Dang, is it foggy? I need to go drop off some food at my little brother's. She is foggy. I hope it lifts today. Maybe Ernie's right. Maybe this sickness and these people's having kidney problems and stuff like that might be coming from these this person John he's talking about. It ain't me. He's striking all you people for your whole channels are content of him. He's pissed. Like I was saying years ago, even if someone took Summer Wells because they thought she was being abused, if they did not do it legally, you folks actually broke the law and probably will be charged with kidnapping. If not, sacrificial crimes. A lot of people think they sacrificed her or something. They might have. These people might not have been suspects in the Summer Wells case, but yet they revealed some things in their lives that they shouldn't have, which drew attention from the authorities. So they might not have had nothing to do with Summer Wells, but them saying all this crap that they said, like Andrew wouldn't have had anything to do with Delphi other than his kid, or not Delphi, Summer Wells. But the things he said incriminated himself. Transporting people over the border, that's trafficking. And some other stuff he did. It's just crazy. Ernie Shell saying he knows where the body is. Talking about she was bludgeoned with a hammer as she was essayed. That all drew attention to every single one of them people. Let's listen to a little music. I'm going to say this much. We all sin, but to torture us for believing something, or even torture us for things we did when we were younger or whatever. You torture someone their whole lives. What becomes of them? If they get a chance, they're going to kill you. Everyone's, oh, you can't say. I'm telling you, I'm telling the government. They get their hands on these people. You ain't never gonna find them. I suggest the government do their job, but I've already figured it out. The reason these people ain't in prison is because the government wants them gone. That's why. Or they sure shit would be in prison. But I think these people did a little bit too much, exposed too much, and the government's like, they want a vigilante to take them out. I don't blame them. They won't stop with their magic, all this shit and everything. That they don't have no powers. That is not God, folks. Ernie Shell is not God, and none of these people are God. Um, like I said, we figured it out. They want them gone because sure as crap, the stuff they've said uh, and they confess to on their channels is real as the day is long. So Doug Carter got another one right. We've been watching these idiots the whole time. The YouTube channels are just fronts for them. I don't know. You've been watching the Johnny Kramer Music Movie channel where this movie just gets better each day. Now, do I have anything against these people? No, I don't even know these people. In America, you're free to say whatever. You're free to have your opinions. Another thing, these people don't want you to see crime scene evidence, even if there's children in them. They don't want you to see the crime scene evidence. The evidence is in the photos and in the crime scene. That's why all these people, oh, you're sick. You want to see the photo. Well, it's obvious you folks are not real investigators like you claimed, because you would have to look at these photos and the crime scene to solve any kind of case. So these people are very sick individuals. We had to deal with one guy like that. What was his name? Sean Harmon, in the Delphi case. Him and his family were, well, because we knew either you were lying, Mr. Harmon, or you knew too much in the Delphi case before it was released. And that made you a suspect. I don't know what to tell you. I don't believe he's dead. People are like, there's a mortuary on him. Yeah, we've seen people fake their deaths in fake mortuaries before. Bunch of idiots. Plus, they pissed off so many people. They want to dig up people's graves, beat them half to death as they're dead already. And I'm starting to become one of them people. I'm starting to become one of them that is starting to believe in everything. It's all real. Go on defense and just start opening up. And Ernie Shell is right. He can run for governor. That's true, but you got to live in Kentucky, residency for so long, add an address, and you got to turn over your arrest records and your mental health records to the committee. and they will review everything, and then they will determine whether you are competent to run for governor. You got that right. Well, you can, but there's certain things you have to do before you can run for governor. If you're a felon, it's not against the law to run for governor if you're a felon in Kentucky, but you have to go in front of the committee, the commission. Now, unless Mr. Shell does that, he's talking out of his butt. What the old timers say, he's chewing his cabbage twice. I think he probably brought more heat down on you for saying you're running for governor. I think these people brought the heat down on themselves. You know, I'm getting tired of getting tortured by this world. The magic, the sorcery, the evil they're sending. And like I said, when people reach a certain brink, they snap. Will there be any justification for it? No, because we already have it documented that these people drove people crazy. It's already documented. Even police are mad at you. You gotta lock them. You can't. See, you created it by harassing him and shaking the guy down. He had no choice but to kill that cop. We are not gonna arrest the guy. People are pissed about it. You know, people are pissed, but that's the bottom line, folks. They were drove crazy. They were left no option other than to destroy the problem that is wrecking their world. And that's what the guy did. I can't condemn that guy. For one, it wasn't him. It was the devil. Well, so be it. We're not charging the guy. I think the Lord's probably working on a storm to take out America. My question is what did they do to Mr. Shell? Was it these people, Mr. Shell, that were doing the magic and witchery and sorcery on you? The dark art, the voodoo down there, or whatever, I don't know. All I can say is I know this much. The body count is growing in America. Why the government is not doing their job, I don't know. I got word this morning that we might be hitting Greenland. We might be going into Greenland. I don't know. Let me pave a way. Before we get boots on the ground, let me light everything up. Death from above. And clear a path there for my troops. I think this is pretty much, people should realize that we're not going to mess with these people no more. Oh, and I got news for you folks. I wasn't messing with you. I was just the bait. You took the bait. Now you will be messed with. Very bad. All glory will go to God. Most of these people lied on me, so they got what they got. But we ain't done in the United States Congress, Senate, Pentagon, White House. We are far from done in this country. Our sheets are showing maybe in 10 years we'll be done doing what we got to do in the country.
Whiskey in my mind, back then my own, I can do it to you, baby. Shoot, I will know this night I say whiskey a middling.
I want to give a shout out to all the countries out there that stood by me, our allies. You know, we'll do whatever if we found out we're going down. Everything goes up. If we find out it's going down, everything goes up, folks. I did what I had to do to protect our families and our country. And I'll do it again and again and again and again and again until you folks get the word out that your times are a coming. Change your ways. Ooh, we got someone coming out of the field. And that goes for Indiana too, which, my God, the body count's growing. They're just coming out of the woodworks out here, government. And again, you guys don't even care. That's why the citizens took care of the Just that's where all that trouble's coming. We got GPS on that side over there. So if you want to hit it with them missiles, go right ahead. I'll hit the laser on it. I'll give you that laser track if you need it, Mr. President, out here in Indiana. I think what we're looking at also in the United States is we got to go after some of these farmers. I think Mr. Trump figured out that these farmers were getting loans from the government and just wasting the money on other stuff. Did you figure it out, Mr. Trump? I wonder if he did. Some are saying he did all this for the farmers because the farmers were poisoning people, using chemicals and stuff in the food and everything. So they were being rewarded for what they were doing. Now, I don't know if that's true, but it very well could be very possible. I don't know. Light it all up. I've been telling you guys for 10 years. All you're doing is wasting the taxpayers' money going to another country when your problem lies within your own country. And until the government sees that their problem is within this country and not other countries, will always be a wreck. We'll always be battling each other. A country that is divided will never stand. Other countries have become one. And now America's mad because they don't want nothing to do with this crap. These people hardly have police, hardly have a military. If anything, a couple police and that's it in their countries. And crime's way down and rape and everything. You know, and the greatest country in the world can't even control its own country. So I would say that's a very bad thing. You know, I'm not going to throw in the witchery and sorcery that these people have been using to cover up the Summer Wells case and all that. And what do I think? I think they're all connected, all the cases. It was a big pedo ring. You got the photos of Summer Wells that everyone had in their phone. You have the red barrel and all that for sale and everything. You had all the rumors of these people had some kind of a sex thing going there at the house or whatever. It all connected. They're pissed because we connected the dots. Well, we're starting to believe God don't love us. A lot of people are turning away from God. Churches and everything. I don't blame them. Now you can go to church, and the pastor himself has got 50 wives and 100 kids, and sleeping with everyone within the congregation, pocketing all the money, driving around in a Cadillac. Yeah, I can see why things are happening. Why are these people what in the Summer Wells case? Why are they so upset that they ratted on themselves and people are like, this is unbelievable, and all these people are upset. I have no idea. They did it to themselves. These people with they should have never been able to even talk about kids or anything having to do with children or whatever when most of them were being, not once, twice, three, four times. Like I said, these people made a living out of it. I can work with some. We gave these people a second chance, right? Government was all pissed. We have to give them a second chance. I was like, all right. But it didn't stop there. They continued to do what they did. Second chance. How many chances are you going to give these people? I have no idea. I don't know. Someone keeps walking to the tree line back and forth. The camera picked them up. Who knows? It's so corrupt, nothing's going to get done. I should have went ahead and fireballed that. Should have contacted one of my military buddies and had him come and napalm that tree line. It's obvious something's good in that tree line that everyone keeps walking to. Now we've taken over the military and everything pretty much. Gonna be the greatest movie ever. Keep the cameras rolling. How many cameras did Uncle Howard Hughes have? I think he had 11. I think we have over 100 cameras on this movie. All over the world, everywhere. I know Panavision keeps calling. They want their cameras back, but there's just too much going on. I got to keep these cameras for now. I need them. I need 100 cameras all over the place. I will give back 11 of them if Mr. Mel Gibson needs them for the uh, new movie coming up. He is risen. So we will give the cameras back for that, but I'm going to keep the other 90 till this film is made. Yeah, I can do just like you folks. Now, I also want to bring up a lot of people are going to be like, what? But Mr. Shell is doing more damage for his brother in prison than anything. I think he's trying to kill his brother in prison. And why do I say that? Is because Mr. Shell keeps showing people uh, on his channel that are in prison and have connections to get to his brother. So all this stuff Mr. Shell's doing, I imagine Shelby is going to pay for it in prison. Pretty crazy if you ask me, but that's the way it goes. Him showing all these people, wow, we're going to, these people are in prison, Mr. Shell. You better keep that in mind. You're just going to in prison. Then you have them families that you're posting and showing all these people's photos and arrest records. Then you have them family members that get pissed off. You're actually doing more damage than anything. Well, you heard it on this channel. If these people come up missing, don't blame us. We told them all. They retreated to their dark arts and all that stuff, witchery and sorcery. Uh, and we now believe it's real. With medication or without, it's real. It's time to attack. No, we can also just turn it over to the Lord and let the Lord handle it. And I wish we could. You know, uh, but a lot of people are not satisfied because we're all still in pain from their magic and witchery and sorcery and voodoo and poisoning and you name it, or switching lives with us, right? That makes sense to me. Only if they would have listened when we told them to stop. But they just went. They just kept going. Actually, they were their own demise. And yes, we connected Delphi to Summer to many other cases, whether the government likes it or not. That's why they're all pissed off. Is because, like I told you, there's higher ups, even higher than the president. And if they say, you guys go, you go. That's it. That's it. Bottom line, right? The Lord, uh, there's not much we can do. God's wrath is the worst ever. But here's the thing: is these people are bringing it on to their own people. It's not us. They continue to do what they do. Therefore, God is bringing the wrath down on all. I'm too old, so I'm turning it over to a young man's crew. The ones that actually bust heads and to get the job done. Because I'm too old for it. And I'm under witchery attack or whatever, sorcery attack or whatever. So I'm not too good, not unless the Lord breaks the curse of these people that they put on me or whatever, or takes these people out of my life so I can function. But I can't even probably be on the battlefield. Well, I could probably be on the battlefield as an advisor or a drone operator. But I'm too old. So it's a young man's game. We turn it over to the crazies. And whoever wins, I don't know. I don't know. We've been asking for the government to do anything. And I think it's because they're watching these people, and the higher ups are even watching the police departments, government. We're going to start tearing apart police cars, ambulances, fire trucks uh, in this state here pretty soon, I heard. Uh, they've been trafficking people, drugs, all kinds of stuff. Dang, it's foggy out there. I've been watching the news out here, the local news, and reading up on the papers and everything. I got a problem out there in Angola, just like the next town over. It's pretty crazy what's going on up here. Uh, nor rain, nor sleet, nor snow, nor fog. The U.S. mail will run. Folks, the mail lady's there if you're listening and you live in the complex. Bill time. What am I saying? I'm saying these people going to YouTube for help in their madness or whatever was the worst thing they could have done. They would have been better off calling the news and letting the news and the police handle it and staying off YouTube. Them being on YouTube made their cases double worse. I'll tell you what, I don't know what was going on last night, but police were all over. There was cars flying all over. I don't know, there was something going on outside of town. But then again, they watch my channel, so it might be all an act, and they're just sitting at the Dunkin' Donuts. Wait, we don't have a Dunkin' Donuts. They're probably at the Amish bakery. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the Chicago Blues, home of the Chicago Bears. And we don't owe you any money, Chicago. I'm really sorry. We don't even own Soldier Field. Why do you think we're looking for another football field? We've taken enough from our Cubs and our Bears. Not paying nothing. Yeah, you scammed us Bears for way too long. We ain't putting up with it. We'll find another place if I got to go ahead and get a high school football field. If we got to rent it from a high school football field out there in Illinois, we will do it. Sucking the money right out of me. Well, I'll tell you what, I got hit last night. My God. I don't know what the heck they're doing. But all glory goes to God for me at least waking up this morning. Thank you, Lord, for that. But you know what? We're starting to wonder, are we waking up just so these people can torture us all day? I don't know. And that's another thing. I want to look at the suicide rate in America, where how many of these people were under God and God's people and were tortured or whatever. I think that's why everyone's leaving and not following God, is because whenever someone does, they end up dead. Kind of makes sense to me. Now, Lord, this mountain is bigger than any mountain ever in the world. And the only one that can move this mountain is God. What country's going to be next? Hey, how much does London and England owe us? Did they ever pay us back for saving their country from being firebombed by the Montefiore? I don't know. Trump was talking about that. He's like, if it wasn't for America, there would be no London. There'd be no England. And I hate to say it, he's right. If it wasn't for United States and our allies, England would not exist today. You know, I think we're going to ride the crazy train for now. You know, that's all we can do. You know, it kind of makes sense, though, what people are saying. Trump's gangster. Right? He might be. He's taking all these countries that are in debt to us or whatever. They have no ways of paying it back or not paying it back. So he's gone crazy. He's taking all these countries. Maybe. We might be invading a lot more. Of course, our allies, we'll have to give a little bit to our allies. You know. But yeah, it's a new madness. What can you do? Nothing really. There ain't nothing we can do about it. We don't run the show. That's busted low. Yeah, she held me tight. That's what I'm talking about. She's cold as a stone. I held her right in my head. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been listening to the sounds of Chicago blues. Some of the greatest blues ever in the blues history of blues. And that's pretty bluesy. This one's going out to all you people out there that made yourself suspects in the Summer Wells case. Or at least ratted on yourselves and everybody. That old song. Oh, baby. You used your mojo, but your mojo ain't working no more. No. What out there, baby? Put your mojo sack away. Quit playing with our lives every day. Oh Lord, don't make us use our authority in the USA. Yeah. But we just might have to, Jesus. We might have to bring down thunder and the rain. The finger of God, yeah. We're gonna cause you a world of pain. Oh, no. Yeah, that's what I said, baby. Well, it don't look like this fog is going to lift. It's already 11 o'clock. So I better get my day going because I got to go out and drive in this split pea soup. Oh, you was wrong. And now I gotta go ahead and let you go, baby, cause you're crazier than a monkey comb. Yeah, yeah. Skibbity boppity dee doo boo. I am the walrus. I'm the yoga man. I am the walrus. So hookah cooka chooka moo man. I was blind as a bat, but now I see, Lord. These people are crazy. They're all around me. Blow up the outside, yeah. That was a great song that Chris Cornell said. Blow up the outside. All right, folks, we are at 1 hour. I'm going to end this video. I want to thank everyone for watching and listening. Don't blame us for the Summer Wells case being torn apart. Sorry to break up your little crazy cray party. I think there's a new sheriff in town, Mama said. All right, folks, have a great day. You've been watching the Johnny Kramer Music Movie Channel, where nothing is real, but everything in reality is. Yeah, sucks, but that's true. Reality is real. Now, you folks have a great day. What are we looking at in America? Well, hunker down 2026. The Simpsons already predicted it, folks. Hunker down, get ready. It's probably going to be a humdinger. Hopefully, Congress, Senate, and everybody and everyone's watching. Hunker down. And we got to get good with God again. We got to get good with God again. And that means you can't be selling kids. You can't be exploiting kids. You can't be sleeping with animals. You can't be trafficking all kinds of dangerous drugs. Can't be using witchery or sorcery or magic or any of that. So, which really, if you look at it, these people are the demise. Right? All these things that clubs organize, that they are the demise of America. A lot of people don't want to realize it, but it actually is killing our country. Or at least me. All right, we will be back with more Summer Wells case. I want to thank some of you YouTubers out there that actually gave me credit and said I called a lot of these cases. It wasn't me. All glory goes to God. God is the one that revealed that it's all a shim-sham. So all glory goes to God and always will go to God on this channel. We give no power to the devil. Amen. Here's the thing. The devil might have went to God and said he was wrong, apologized. We don't know. 10,000 years have gone by. The devil could have went back to the Lord. Who knows? No, he was God's child. He might have begged for mercy and forgiveness, and the Lord took him back. We don't know. We can't see these things. They're in a different realm. How do we do it? I don't know. I'm thinking I don't know, make it so bright we might be able to get these things to appear. Maybe we can't see them because the light is not bright enough. I don't know. We'll see. We're working on. We're working on something. But all glory goes to God. Amen. We keep the good fight going. You folks be safe. Remember, it's pretty foggy out there today, so be careful driving. And I think we got storm and rains coming tonight or tomorrow or something. So be safe. God bless. I'll be back with more content. I got some chores to do. Oh, for YouTube records and chat records, Ernie Shell cannot be mayor unless he lives there and he turns over all of his records, police arrest records, everything, so the committee can go through it and then they will determine whether he is competent and eligible to run for mayor. If Mr. Shell wants to do that, we will look at his paperwork and look at his arrest record and everything. And we will determine whether Mr. Shell can run for governor. Other than that, he can't run. I don't know what to tell you. Have a good day.